In this video, we wanted to introduce you to our pup, Mila, who has learned to talk with buttons. She was born on June 20th, 2017.
She is a Husky, Collie, Aussie mix, and she started learning the buttons in October. When we first started teaching Mila the buttons, she was definitely scared of them. They're a loud sound. They don't sound exactly like us, so she was really hesitant. So we wanted to show her that she could trust them. We put them in our hand, we would pet them, and we would use them a lot so she would see that they're safe. I think she didn't even press it on her own at all for the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, for the first 2 weeks, she wouldn't ever just press it without us having to ask her to press it. People often ask, how did we train Mila to use the words? And I think that the first thing we want to say is that we didn't train her, we helped her learn. We taught her. It's like when you have a young child, you don't train the kid to talk, you help them learn to speak. So we've helped Mila learn, but it's not training. There's no reward system. She doesn't get treats for pressing the buttons. It's not training per se.
Right. We taught her what those words mean, and now she can use those words. So there's a few ways that you can start teaching your pets. The first thing to do is read and research. So Christina Hunger is the speech pathologist who started it, and she actually just came out with a book. So I would definitely recommend buying that and reading that. And then also theycantalk.org has a ton of resources and helpful tips and tricks.
I think it's obviously a really cool thing, and it excites a lot of people. Hey, I'm going to be able to communicate with my dog. But there are definitely some things you want to avoid. One thing that I can tell you off the top of my head is you don't want to start with a treat button, because then, of course, then the dog is just okay, anytime I press these things, I should get food.
Never force them to use the button, because then it becomes a negative experience.
Yep. Mila's most used word is potty and eat. Those are definitely her top two.
Yeah. She also uses walk a ton. She'll use that in addition to potty. So sometimes she just wants to go outside. She doesn't necessarily have to go potty, or sometimes she does have to go potty, but she wants to see if she can get us to take her for a walk. So she tries to use that one a lot too. So we always get asked, how many buttons are you going to teach her? What's your end goal? How long are you going to do this for? We'll never take her buttons away. The buttons she has are the ones that she will have for the rest of her life. And we will continue adding buttons as long as there's a word missing from her vocabulary. So she never played with a ball. She wasn't interested. And a few weeks ago, it became her new favorite toy. So we added the word. Let us know if you have any questions about Mila. Of course, there is a link to get the buttons in the description of this video. Thanks so much for watching, and please consider subscribing.